world-renowned classical pianist Lung Lung was in rehearsals last week, preparing for a special performance at the Toronto Symphony Orchestra. Special because this time he's sharing the bench and keyboard with his 15-year-old protege, Maxime Landau. Can you tell me what Maxime's role is in your concert?
He will play lots of notes, a little bit more notes than me tonight. And there's some crossing hand things, passages. It will be Maxime.
For this performance, Landau will serve as Lung Lung's left hand, a necessity because Lung Lung is recovering from tendonitis in his left arm.
A few months ago, I was very nervous because, one is pain, you never know when it's going to be okay.
Lung Lung is called the planet's hottest classical artist. And injuries like this can sometimes be career killers. The inflammation in his arm forced him into an unintended hiatus, prompting music enthusiasts around the globe to worry about his future.
Recovery is long and it's challenging.
For the past year, Lung Lung has worked hard with his medical team to get better and to get back on the stage.
And now the inflammation is gone, and so I'm getting back to on the recovery road to perform again soon.
Lung Lung's injury highlights just how precarious the livelihood of an artist can be. Study after study shows how chronic pain and disabling injuries to the neck, arms, and back can take a toll on a musician's body. One recent German study found that chronic pain develops precisely because the problem is ignored.
Sometimes it seems too scary to notice that something doesn't feel right, because if it doesn't feel right, then how will next month's rent get paid?
Dr. Chase McMurrin runs this one-of-a-kind hospital clinic in Canada, exclusively aimed at the artistic community. It looks like an average medical center, but a piano in one room and a picture of the Bard in another hint at a space tailored for artists.
This feels great right now.
The patients here come from all artistic walks of life, musicians, artists, and dancers like Selena Lee, who's in today for a shoulder pain.
Nightly rehearsals, and I also teach, so I'm constantly moving around and using my arms and in heels all the time.
Dr. McMurrin says, just like high-performance athletes, artists too use their bodies to achieve excellence in their craft. Their bodies do take a beating after endless hours of rehearsing and performing. So just like a sports medicine clinic, McMurrin believes that artists too should be able to access specialized care.
For musicians in particular, but artists in general, there's a huge layer of mental anguish and anxiety associated with the whole thing, because their performance is so contingent on their body doing what they need it to do.
Steve Thomas credits the clinic with saving his career as a drummer. A few years ago, during a performance, a mysterious sensation overtook his body.
Between my spine and there was a line that kept burning and burning and burning. Literally, when I was playing, I was actually shaking, and I thought I was developing Parkinson's disease.
Really?
Yep. Yeah, because I didn't know.
Thomas finally found out a few months ago what was causing him so much agony. A doctor told him it was dystonia, a neurological disorder provoked by years of repetitive movements.
I said, "What's that?" He said, "Your brain learns bad habits."
Often repetitive practice, like something like drumming for long periods of time, can kind of change the communication network, basically, of the nervous system, and then cause irregular movement.
For that reason, Steve Thomas has become more aware of his body. Physio with relaxation techniques have helped. He's also changed the way he holds his drumsticks.
1, 2, 3.
Last night, Thomas and his bandmates played a gig at a local bar in Toronto. Returning to the stage, this time with confidence and pain-free. Cass Rusi, CBC News, Toronto.
The Artis Health Centre at Toronto Western Hospital gets more than 600 patients a year. And it's not just for physical injuries. The clinic plans to expand operations to provide better mental health programs for artists.